told your friend you're not okay.
There are moments when the entertainment world moves too fast to comprehend. But there are also figures whose appearances make everyone stop, hold their breath, realize that something big has just happened. And that day, that name echoed again, Kim Taehyung, V of BTS. In February 2026, GQ Korea dropped a bombshell that felt like opening the door to a new galaxy. It wasn't just a magazine cover. It wasn't just a photo. What emerged was an atmosphere, and at its center stood one figure whose power was beyond belief. One issue, 6 covers, 6 energies, 6 different Taehyung personas, but all exuding the same thing, world class. Since becoming a Cartier global ambassador in 2021, people had become accustomed to seeing him gleaming with luxury. But this time was different. The way Taehyung blended with each accessory, the Panther ring that seemed to come to life on his teeth, the luxury watch that seemed to tick to his rhythm, and the elegant necklaces that seemed to flow with his body, all made the line between model and work of art seem to disappear. He wasn't wearing Cartier. He was Cartier. Every photo felt like a page from a contemporary art exhibition. Every angle of lighting resculpted the resolution of modern masculinity. Every presence conveyed a strangely jarring serenity. The 26-page issue, released on January 13, 2026, immediately felt like an exclusive invitation to a new dimension, one more mature, more introspective, and less tame than before. The panther motif, Cartier's primary symbol, felt like more than just decoration. It was a living metaphor for Taehyung himself. Deceitful, serene, graceful, yet never fully tamed. Meanwhile, the play of light created a dramatic contrast that not everyone could master. There was a soft tension on his face, as if he understood something about the world that others couldn't. And within that stillness, there was art. GQ Korea seemed to be making a tacit acknowledgement that Kim Taehyung no longer existed in the same space as ordinary celebrities. He had risen to the level of a global icon. Behind the stunning visuals lies a maturing solo journey. The photobook, Type, which sold out in seconds, is proof that Taehyung's name has firmly established itself as an artistic identity, despite his status as a member of the world's biggest group. That success has now carried over to the pages of GQ. Music, visual art, photography, and fashion, everything meets, everything merges, everything moves through the same image. And fans felt it from the first second. On promotional posts uploaded by KPOP Culture, likes and views soared not just because of the hype, but because of the genuine love that has been building for years. Armies from various countries expressed their pride. Not just for the visuals, but for the long journey they have witnessed from the beginning. As if that wasn't enough to bring the fashion world to a standstill, Taehyung hit a new record. On January 12, 2026, his Instagram account, @THV, surpassed 70 million followers. A number that reflects more than just popularity. This is the culmination of a relentless, growing global influence. He is now the first and fastest Korean male soloist to reach this milestone. This monumental achievement is a declaration that Taehyung's dominance extends beyond music, fashion, or visual arts. He has expanded into the digital realm and is leading it with charisma. Timelines are filled with congratulations. Fandom is renowned. Netizens are calling the achievement living proof that the Taehyung phenomenon is not fleeting. After completing his mandatory military service in June 2025, Taehyung returned to the entertainment world with a series of events that never failed. Paris Fashion Week 2025 became one of the most iconic moments of the year. His appearance at Vogue World 2025, Hollywood placed him in a league rarely reached by any other K-pop idol. His brand collaborations are expanding. Coca-Cola Korea, Turdir, Paradise City, Yunth, and many other top brands, all chose Taehyung not for his popularity, but because he embodies the soul of a true artist. The entertainment industry moves like a hurricane. But one thing remains constant, Taehyung's calm, which makes him shine the brightest. He doesn't try to charm. He doesn't try to steal the show. But his every move has gravity. There's something inexplicable about it, an unadulterated elegance, an unconventional charm. And the world feels it. GQ Korea's February 2026 issue feels like confirmation that Taehyung is now at the peak of his artistic era. A time where he no longer transforms to follow trends, but instead shapes the trends that others follow. And in the end, when all the GQ pages closed and the phone screens went dark again, one fact remained strong. Kim Taehyung wasn't just back. He was back in a way that couldn't be ignored. From 6 covers dominating the global conversation, to another Instagram record he effortlessly broke, 2026 is barely over, but Taehyung has already marked the year in gold. Every step he took after his military service wasn't just a comeback, but an affirmation that his position as a global icon has never wavered. He didn't run after the spotlight. He stood, and the spotlight came to him. There are stars who shine in the face of crowds. But there are also stars who shine in silence, and they turn the whole sky upside down. Taehyung is the latter. GQ Korea presented the visuals, Cartier sculpted the elegance, the public influenced him, but only Taehyung could give it all soul. Because ultimately, the world didn't fall in love with his clothes, lighting, or editorial concept. The world fell in love with his aura. The aura that has surrounded him since his debut has grown over time, and now he's exploded into an unstoppable global phenomenon. And for ARMYs, this edition isn't just a collection. It's a reminder that Kim Taehyung's journey is far from over. That each new chapter brings something bigger, more mature, and more stunning than we ever anticipated. The year 2026 has just opened its doors. And Taehyung has already written his first chapter with a style that's unique to him, full of class, full of artistry, and full of world-stopping charm. At K-pop Update, we can only conclude one thing. If Kim Taehyung keeps going like this, then not just the fashion industry, but the entire world will continue to follow his lead. Until the next story, we'll keep watching, because V's journey is always worth waiting for.